Now, time is also a being, and I met time many times as a being when I was engaging in heaven. And I believe we can all engage and cooperate with time as a being who wants to help us connect with the things that time has to help us with everyday life. And I believe we can travel back in time when untethered from our restricted and limited mindsets about time. And we need to know the relationship between time and immortality if we're going to live in an immortal state. And God spoke to me about this a number of times. And the Father said, son, your encounters with time must become widespread, as our children need to cooperate with time and not be subject to it. I encountered time as a being many times during ascensions, and a correct relationship with time was restored. And I began to engage time. Time helped me understanding things from the past that I needed to know in the present to be able to do something. And the relationship began to develop in a very positive way. Now, time, the being, spoke of changing our vocabulary towards time. Well, he spoke me changing my vocabulary towards time, but I'm putting that there for all of us. It is because it was for us and not against us. And time said, I'm for you, not against you. And time wished to cooperate with us. So we need to evaluate what we say about time and think positively, not negatively, when we think of time. So no longer saying things like, I don't have enough time, because that is an absolute lie. It may be true from your non-linear, non-multidimensional way of thinking, but when you start to think like a son of God, you should never, ever think I don't have enough time, because time is there to serve you. And you can make enough time, not by saying, oh, I'll stop doing this and stop doing that, but actually expand the time you have to be able to do more in. Also, phrases like time is running out. It is not running out. Time is against us. No, it isn't. The passage of time, that almost says, well, it's gone, therefore we can't get it back. It's all in the past. We're under time pressure. Another day gone. Getting older every day. Time is our enemy. These are things that I would have said or thought at times in my life, and I know many other people do. And there are many other statements that you may have made towards time that it might be prudent to think about your relationship with time, the being, but time, the concept, the continuum, and how you function with that every day. We need to be untethered from the restrictions of time and learn to cooperate with time creatively. Time can then be expanded and contracted, suspended, as I've done a number of times in different times in my life that I needed to do it for particular reasons. You know, I don't do it for a party trick. It's something that I need to be able to do to fulfill God's purposes. Therefore, I will choose to expand or contract or suspend time. And each quantum moment of time, which is the smallest particle of time or portion of time that exists, Planck's constant is its technical term. I think it's 1/20,000th of a billionth of a second. In that smallest particle of time, all particles of time exist potentially, and therefore that one particle of time or portion of time can be expanded and contracted. So in 1 microsecond, if you like, I could do 6 months worth of things, expand that microsecond into 6 months, contract it back into that microsecond, have the memory of 6 months, and yet no time has passed. That is what is possible. And I've done that when God asked me to do some things which would have taken months of continual, constant effort, if you like. I did that, and I expanded a moment, and I then contracted it. I did a whole lot of stuff for months and months, and then remembered it and had the memory of it. Now, if I'd done it and not had the memory of it, it wouldn't have mattered, because I would have still done it, and that's what really counts. But I did remember, and that was, for me, a testimony of what is possible and what God was trying to show me is possible.